It's my life, so I have to make it beautiful. It's my life, so I have to make it beautiful. It's my life, so I have to make it beautiful. Why can't I make it beautiful? I want so badly to make my life one of substance, one of wonder, one of Kerouac-esque magic and debauchery. By my mid-20s, I had thought that I would have more to show for it. I thought I would have a place where I called the shots, a love that I called mine, and a world of my creation. Here I sit, fuming, anguishing, exhausting myself over the fact that my youthful ignorance is more or less a series of waking up late, drinking coffee, and contemplating. I watch others on the internet, those who present a life where they have it all figured out. I can't live a life of a Formula D driver with a hot girlfriend, or the travel photographer with the vintage truck and the homestead, or of Coulter Wall who has made records with the most prolific names in the known universe. I listen to podcasts and biographies, hoping that eventually I will uncover the secret formula that I can emulate in order to achieve the self-actualized rendition of success that I idealize and extrapolate for the artists whose works cathartically torture me. The perfect book or record or poem that inspires me inherently makes me ask myself, what did I do today? It's my life, so I have to make it beautiful. Attempts include mad strategizing, searching for the tool that enables the envisioned creativity, or the space that is both appropriately calm and inspiring, or the coffee shop meet cute that shifts everything into a new dimension. The thing about the aforementioned ramblings is that none of them actually amount to anything more than dreams, than visions. In the same way that the dreams compel the mania that accomplishes the greatest art, we forget to ask ourselves, what are we going to do tomorrow? But as it is not your own biography you read, your own interview, your own Wikipedia page that you are studying, you must ultimately circle back to the here and now. Everyone is living some kind of story, but no one knows what part they're at, or if anyone will ever read it. Maybe I'm Richard Kelly, right in between the theatrical failure of Donnie Darko and its second win resurgence as a cult classic. Maybe I'm Bukowski, the late bloomer, or Jeff Buckley, destined to drown before ever learning of my true impact. Or maybe, actually likely, I'm okay with being one of those infinite individuals who live a beautiful life, but without any of the praise. It's my life, so I have to make it beautiful. So you hatched your plan. It isn't your dream, but you will turn the home gym that has slowly had the machines of fitness pillaged by your family into a half-baked studio. If I move the broken treadmill from the heap in which it's sat for 3 years, and store the recumbent bike somewhere, I can spew my brain onto the walls and the floors and into the air once I finally have my cocktail kit set up next to the piano. Why did I leave the treadmill for so long? Why is it so dirty? Why is it so disorganized? My attempted creative space is a far cry from the minimalist coffee bars and IKEA-laden backdrops of the video essays and motivational think pieces that frustrate me while I lie awake. I can't help but wonder if on the other side of the camera, the person citing Aristotle also has a pile of laundry that only ever has the top layer removed and washed. Though the flaws of others are significantly likely, what if it isn't the case? What if the person who seems better, more successful than you, doesn't have the exact negative tendencies that you feel overpower your being? What if you will never validate that you are truly okay by seeing the precedent for your particular variety of madness equating to a successful, artistic, beautiful life? It's my life, so I have to make it beautiful. I have never known drive to come without frustration. I have never known inspiration to come from contentment. I have never known a person of purity that I wanted to get to know better, save for the purpose of figuring out what the hell is wrong with them. What ruined their childhood? What mask are they hiding behind? What torments them? Are they just boring? That's it, they're boring. My state of constant friction, loneliness, and torment is purely the price I pay for being compelling. Hell yeah, I've got it. An answer, a justification, a purpose. I'm like Salinger. He hit outright. I justify all of the above to myself while never even having lifted the cover of Catcher in the Rye. Oh, how cliche it is to be an angsty 20-something who justifies their confusion and immaturity through comparison to dead, alcoholic, reclusive writers. See, the thing about making it beautiful is that you must first decide what beauty means to you, and what is actually in your power to achieve it in your own life. I struggle deeply with my own dreaminess. I have every detail down to the texture of the leaves on the trees laid out in my head for where I'd like to be, and as such, my present circumstance quickly amounts to contrasting that vision. In my mind, I live in a pink Victorian-style farmhouse with a wraparound porch, and it's late May year-round in Alberta. I'm shrouded in trees, and I have a St. Bernard who never misbehaves, and a wife so amazing that my children couldn't help but to be exemplary members of the human race despite the quality of my genetic and behavioral contributions. It's my life, so I have to make it beautiful. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's the very quest for beauty that both creates it and is the beauty itself. This hodgepodge studio is certainly a nicer place to be than when I began. I hung the lights and the pictures and filled it with the artifacts of musical creation. Each object and token that I have hoarded carries some significance, some representation of the beauty that persists in my life. Though this beauty is a far cry from the pink house, it's rather vibrant when I can apply the corrective lens to my aggressive internal biases. I have postcards and collages made and given to me by my most beautiful friend, the kind of person you wish you were with every time the sun paints the sky a particularly enamoring shade of rose. I have the beautiful ravens that my mom brought me from the BC coast, as well as a painting she did of my cousin on the horse he trained. I have my dream farmhouse adorned with the name of my folk duo that my sister painted me for Christmas, and a picture of my childhood dog Smudge that my grandmother painted me because I asked her to. It is hard to see the beauty that surrounds you when you don't open your eyes, and as cliched as it is, having a look around every once in a while makes you hyper-conscious of the ways in which you are incredibly fortunate, incredibly blessed to be loved by people so much that they think of you when they are inspired and give you the products freely. It's my life, so I have to make it beautiful and never stop. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the contributions of Andrew Douglas to this work. Thanks, buddy. Miss ya.